Well, as I'm sure you all recall, I'm a hater of car designers. Why? Because I work on them, and car designers don't give a fuck about mechanics. Or they do it deliberately so that a job takes longer in the dealership so they can charge more. You know, you're being ripped off and fucked in the ass, and they don't even give you any KY jelly. This is a 2015 Kia Rio. Needs spark plugs doing. These three, yeah, you can get to those. Not bad at all. Of course, they could have made the engine tilt the other way, but that would be, you know, asking way too much. But the fourth plug, so you have to move this pipe out of the way to get to the connector. Then once you've undone the bolt and you try and lift it up to get the coil out, it hits this. If they'd have cared to have spent another 3-4 inches of wire and made this thing face the other way, then it wouldn't be in the way. How bad a fucking design is that? You bloody morons. You have absolutely no brains. You may be able to draw pictures, but that's all you can do. You are idiots. And before I get away from this area, there's another little sensor here. Can't say I know what it is, probably a water temperature, something like that. But if you want to get it out, the fuel line's in the way. Again, another fucked up design. And then we look at the coolant expansion tank down here. Great, it's got a full mark on it down there. How the hell you're meant to see that, God only knows. You know, they could have brought it up somewhere else, or maybe even put a dipstick on it. Instead, we got dipsticks designing these things. Really, this is one of the worst vehicles I've known for stupid ideas. I'm sure there's more here if I care to look, you know. I mean, we have a throttle body down here, and if you want to get that out, you've got to disconnect the cooling system by the looks of it. Let's hope I never have to do that for this particular customer. Ah, dear. Alright guys, that's going to be enough of this rant. There will be more, you can be sure, because every time I work on a car, I find a bad design. Well, let's see what we can do for other car designer fuck-ups. This originally was a side post battery. They are one of the worst things you can ever put in a vehicle. So I've converted this one to top post for my customer. Only disadvantage is that this bar is directly by the positive post, so you have to make sure you protect that. You will also notice, thank you Mr. Chevrolet, there's room here to do shit. The only disadvantage might be to get to the spark plugs back there, a little tricky. But look at this, nice little bar. You pull it up, slide it, you can get the whole headlight out and fix it, unlike a lot of these foreign pieces of shit. Now, I'm not a Chevy guy, I'm not a Ford guy, I'm probably a Jaguar guy, but I can't say that they don't do fuck-ups, they do. But generally speaking, under the hood of this Chevrolet, it's pretty good. Yeah, a couple of minor things, but I'm sorry, I've got to take my hat off to them. And I don't like to do that with dealers. Or, sorry, designers. Yeah, look, I got a nice little clip on my transmission here to check my transmission level. Now, I'm sure the more and more I get into this particular vehicle, I may find some things that I don't like. But I gotta say, generally speaking, it's pretty darn good, and I hate to say that. So, Chevrolet car designers, you're a darn sight better than most of them. Yeah, the tank's right up here where I can see it. So if I need to check the level, the brake fluid reservoir, it's right there, I can see it. Okay, it's a long way back for me to get to the oil filler, but at least I can get to it. Yeah, you could have brought the engine forward, you know, maybe a couple of inches, just to make things a little easier, you know, and extended the transmission shaft. But I do find it hard to put fault with this vehicle. Mr. Chevrolet, many moons ago, you decided to do cars, and your designers have learnt. Maybe they actually had to work on vehicles. Wouldn't that be a novel concept? I think every car designer must do at least 1, if not 2 years as a mechanic, so he knows the shit that has to be dealt with when he's designing a vehicle. It would be such a good apprenticeship for them. Then they would be able to make more money. They can still charge exorbitant fees at the dealership like they always do, but the mechanics could get the job done quickly, and therefore the turnaround would be faster, and therefore they would make even more money. Just a thought, Mr. Dealer, Mr. Designer, Mr. Car Manufacturer. Alright, for once this isn't a total bitch, but that Kia I showed you in the previous part, what a fucked up design that is. Sorry guys, give me a Chevy any day. And as I said, I'm not a Chevy guy, a Ford guy. I guess if anything, I'm a Jaguar guy, and that is denoted by, yeah, my little logo there. Okay, it's upside down. There, do you feel better now? It's the right way up. Yes, I'm addicted to Jaguars. Usual caveat, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, send me millions of dollars, send me lots of pictures of naked women to gstargarage@gmail.com, and that's star with 2 R's. Thanks guys, now get out in that garage and do some shit.